Today is Mental Health Sunday, and the United Church of Christ observes Mental Health Sunday because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Research suggests that between 1 in 4 to 1 in 5 adults will experience a mental health disorder in their lifetime. Additionally, 1 in 3 young people and college students have ADHD, depression, or generalized anxiety disorder. I've been on a journey, and the journey was with mental illness for 21 years and in recovery now for 26. I could not handle recovery by myself, so God strategically sent me many helpers. Skepticism about some eroded as the journey evolved. It is impossible to mention them all. That would take days. A Methodist pastor sat with me and my family in the ER during my first psychotic break in 1979. Then a Catholic nun at Divine Providence Hospital asked me, "Did you eat? And when was the last time you slept?" 24 years later, I had a therapist who followed the Buddhist religion. And over the 7 years, he never tried to convert me, but modeled counseling skills that I often use with people today. He helped me recover my self-esteem. He kept saying, "You're going to be okay." In 2006, a classmate from my certified peer specialist training recruited me to work for CMSU. Proud to say I'm still there. Diakon Lutheran Services provided affordable psychiatry and therapy when I was on Medicaid. I had college accommodations and professors that focused on abilities rather than disabilities. Most important was the continued love and prayers of my family. Help can arrive in unexpected ways and by unexpected people. There were some negative barriers to my recovery as well, but they were a good training ground to share life experience with my peers. Frightened by the schizophrenia diagnosis and put in isolation 2 days was the start of my mental health illness journey. I had a psychiatrist later on that did not listen to me when I told him I was at the end of my rope, and that didn't turn out very well. That ended me attempting to take my life by suicide. The focus was on my mental illness for the first 19 years of my journey. Extended periods of unemployment became a pattern. The words, "I had to replace you," were a regular response for my hospitalizations when I would return to work or attempt to. Unemployed again became a pattern, so I went on Social Security disability from 2001 to 2008. My situation improved when I spent a 5-day hospitalization at the Meadows Psychiatric Hospital, 5 weeks over Christmas of 2000. And there they prescribed a medication that I still take today. It's been very effective, and that was 26 years ago. It was probably the first turning point in my transition from mental illness to mental health recovery. All the help along the way has resulted in a career telling others my bipolar 1 with psychosis is in remission with medication and by the grace of God. The medical prognosis of never being able to work again was false. I discharged my psychiatrist and my therapist in 2010. There are many ways we can be helpful and support people experiencing mental illness and its challenges, and here are a few. First, don't underestimate the power of personal and intercession prayer when extended beyond your prayers to the people. Maintain a good relationship with families and friends. Because of mental illness, many of my friends disappeared and avoided me, but my sister's prayer chain saved my life. She was my strongest advocate and my prayer warrior. My brother's hospital visit showed me he cared and that I would be okay, like my therapist said. My biological family's love never stopped during my illness. Learn all you can about the specific illness and faith-based recovery. The United Church of Christ Mental Health Network and NAMI FaithNet are good starting places. Don't give up on yourself or loved ones if faced with mental health challenges. Again, don't underestimate the power of prayer. My sister activated several prayer chains each time I was ill, and as I said before, she saved my life in 1996. Denounce stigma about mental illness. Stigma can lead a person to isolation and demolish self-esteem. Mental illness is a disease. It is not contagious. Treat people with the same kindness you would if they had a broken bone or disease such as diabetes or cancer. So far, my career in mental health arena of human services has spanned 22 years. With God, all things are possible. And last but not least, Welcome all to St. Paul's, including those facing mental health challenges. Remember this: inaccurate reporting by mainstream media is an injustice to individuals with mental illness. Statistics prove a vast majority of people with mental illness are more likely to be victims of crime and less likely to be criminals. In closing, I just want to say one thing, and I hope you all remember this. People can and do recover from mental illness. Thank you.